2NUR FM News for our sponsored Terrace Boating with up to $1,000 off Yamaha engines.
It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Belinda de Lasheras with Hunter News. A Cessnock man's been charged with serious animal cruelty offences overnight for allegedly unleashing a brutal attack on a litter of puppies earlier this week. Police claim the 25-year-old began loading the 11 Bull Terrier cross puppies into his car on Wednesday afternoon, taking them to bushland on McLeod's Road in Kurri Kurri before striking them in the head with a rock and killing them. Sadly, only one survived. The man's been refused bail to appear before Maitland Local Court today. State Treasurer Andrew Constance has been busy spruiking the government's key election policies in the Hunter in the lead-up to the March 28 polls. Constance was in town to support Maitland candidate Steve Thompson, as well as discussing some of the coalition's main policies. He says jobs and keeping the state's economy growing is crucial.
We want to ensure that we support local people in terms of their jobs and at the same time making sure that we deliver the vital infrastructure from roads, schools and hospitals. And we've been doing it already, but we want to continue the work into the future.
Newcastle residents are today being warned about a door-knocking scam by individuals claiming to represent an Australian government agency. It's understood the scammers are asking for personal information, including names, signatures, birth certificates and tax file numbers, offering inducements such as iPads to enrol for study or retraining. People are being reminded not to divulge their details to unverified sources and are urged to call Scamwatch on 1300 795 995 if they've been targeted. There's controversy over a proposal for a sand mine at Williamtown for being assessed as a state significant development, which wouldn't be able to be subjected to an appeal if approved. Debate surrounding the development questions whether the mine reaches the requirements for an SSD designation. Port Stephens MP Craig Bowman says how developments are chosen for the designation is defined by what the developer says.
The definition is, I understand, over 500,000 tonnes of sand extracted per annum. If that's what the applicant is saying, then it automatically becomes state significant development.
Momentum is gathering behind Hunter Green's candidates, topping the ballot positions in 3 of the region's electorates. Newcastle's Michael Osborne, Charlestown's Jane Oakley and Lake Macquarie's Ivan McFadden all took out top positions. Minor parties took the positions in the other 6 seats, with Labor, Liberal and the National Party finding themselves further down the pecking order. Now with sport, Georgia Moylan.
The Newcastle Knights' Joey Leilua is hoping his performance in this weekend's game against North Queensland will once and for all silence suggestion he's unfit and out of condition. The centre made valuable contributions to last week's victory over the Warriors and is planning to bring his all in the game against in Townsville tomorrow night to prove his fitness. Having won only one of their first 20 A-League games, the Newcastle Jets are struggling to stay in the competition, now finding themselves at the bottom of the points table. With fewer goals scored and more conceded goals than any rival team, the side will have to pull out all the stops for their last 7 games to avoid the wooden spoon. The stability of the Herald's Women Premier League has been ensured this year, with 8 teams participating in the competition this season. Wallsend, Warners Bay and South Wallsend have joined returning clubs Valentine, Merewether United, Adamstown, Football Mid-North Coast and Thornton in the league, which kicks off on Saturday. And in basketball, the Maitland Mustangs are hoping to bounce back from last week's loss against the Hills Hornets when they take on Sydney Comets at Alexandra Basketball Stadium on Saturday night. That's sport. I'm Georgia Moylan.
2NUR FM News Time is 26 to 7.